My name is Claire Schrader, and I am the editor of the book that we are giving birth to. Although it actually got published last November, it took us a little while to kind of bring and create this kind of event. We wanted to create something that was really special, and that wasn't just about, just about the book, but was about ritual theatre and how wonderful it is. So I would love to get a little bit of an idea of who's here. I've seen a lot of your names come up on the PayPal. So I want to get a little sense of, who this audience is. So could you let me know if you are, I would love to know how many drama therapists there are in the house. So let's see. Quite a few drama therapists. Fantastic, fantastic. So if you don't know what drama therapy is, you're probably going to find out this evening. I know people are still saying, what's drama therapy? I've never heard of it. It's been around for 30 years thanks to an amazing woman who you will be hearing from this evening. So who is involved in theatre? Who is coming from a sort of acting background? Is more of a theatre background. So welcome. It's lovely having all of you too. And then who's here? Who's a sort of kind of in the healing world? A therapist, or some people are putting their hands up to all of these. Counsellors, therapists. Wow. Lots of people here. And who's here because they don't even know what ritual theatre is, but they're kind of intrigued, or they know a little bit about it, but they haven't put their hands up to any of these things. And anybody that's been dragged here, anyone that's been dragged here, fantastic. Which includes our great Lisa, this is Lisa's space. And it's very nice that Lisa's here. So welcome everybody, and I'm just so thrilled that so many of you have come here. This is beyond my dreams. I'm going to define what ritual theatre is because many people wonder what it is. You know, when I sort of say I've written a book on ritual theatre, lots of people pretend they know what it is. So it is actually a very, very ancient form of healing, of medicine, that goes back, and Sue is going to be talking much more, I think she's going to be talking much more about this, but it goes back to ancient times. It was the first thing that our ancestors did to communicate with the gods. They created, and we've got evidence that in those cave paintings where we see people dancing and moving, they were creating dramatic rituals. So this is something that is really archetypal. By that I mean it's very old, and it comes to us from that ancient time. We are no different from those ancestors thousands of years ago. And we still have this big impulse to express ourselves and to communicate through theatre and through the arts. So I'm going to define ritual theatre specifically as theatre that has a healing intention, which is a little bit different from the theatre. I think theatre is healing anyway. Anyone that's been to drama school and gone through the whole drama school process knows that theatre and drama is incredibly transformational. But ritual theatre is particularly focused towards the healing of the spirit, of the soul, of what we call psychology these days, of the emotions. And in fact, I recently discovered, and I haven't got the card that I was going to bring out and read from, because a wonderful drama therapist called Thalia Batsigalu. Does anyone know how to say her name? Any Sesame people here know how to say her name? I'm very sad that Thalia can't be and talk to you about the research she's done. And what she discovered was that in ancient Greece, there were two forms of medicine. There was Hippocrates, which is the kind of medicine which is based on substances, which is the medicine that we know about today. And then there was Asclepius. And Asclepius built sanctuaries all over Greece, and they were very, very popular. And I think, I'm not authority on this, but this was closer to what is now arising in terms of alternative medicine. It was much more about, it was less about substances, much more about cleansing and detoxifying and working through the body. And what Asclepius did was that he sent his patients to the theatre, to Greek theatre. Now, in Greek times, there would be a series of plays that would be performed, and so Asclepius, actually, the theatre of Epidaurus, which, if any of you have been there, is a huge theatre, was built because his sanctuary was so popular, and so he sent his patients to the theatre to get healed. They saw all these different plays, from tragedy to satires to comedies, and then they went down into a dormitory underneath the theatre, and they slept there, and they received the healing dreams. This is 2,000 or 3,000 years before Freud and Jung, and of course, in every tribal society, they knew about healing dreams. So, I hope this is giving you a little bit of sense of what ritual theatre is. It's coming to us, and I hope that it's really coming back. There are theatre companies all over the world that are creating ritual theatre. So it's both a performed theatre, and we are going to be focusing this evening much more on ritual theatre as something that brings transformation and healing to people in a much more in a behind closed doors, maybe in a hospital, maybe in a workshop room, maybe in a community space. So a lot of the speakers are going to speak about that. So I would like to invite Sue Jennings, who is the pioneer of drama therapy, for those of you that are drama therapists. She's asked me not to say too much about her, but I will tell you that Sue was brave enough to take her 3 children